everyone, I hope it's all going well. I know, I am the worst YouTuber on the planet, seeing as I said like a year and a half ago that I'd make lots more videos and I haven't made any. I've just been so busy, there's been so much going on, which I'll tell you about in this video, probably. And there's been so much going on that I just really haven't like prioritised YouTube at all. That's genuinely just what it is, like I just haven't had the time. Not really thought about it, just so much other things going on. But someone said to me, oh my god, at one point you had almost 3,000 subscribers, which, when I think about it, is quite a lot of people. So I've decided 2020 resolution, I'm a bit early because it's still December filming this. 2020 resolution is to try and make more YouTube videos and actually utilise this audience that I have. I'm kind of just letting it go to waste. So I wanted to come back with a most frequently asked questions tag video. So I know over the past year and for ages I've been asked all these questions on social media. So a lot of times I never actually respond, or I don't have the time, or I don't see them. So what I've done is I've collated my most asked questions into a little tag and I'm going to answer all of them here for you today. So probably my most asked question is, what is it like to be Miss Devon, be in a pageant, and what do you have to do to be Miss Devon? So I'll just answer it in parts. So it's really fun to be Miss Devon. It's actually not like everyone immediately jumps to like this vanity sort of thing. They think that you're going to be really vain and it's going to be all about being like beautiful and people are going to be really superficial, but it's not like that at all. You get really involved in your community, you do a lot of sort of charity work, you go to a lot of events, you're sort of like a brand ambassador for your county, like you're doing a lot to get involved with the community and help out and just be like genuinely, yeah, a good female role model. I've said this in a past video, it's just about being a good female role model for your county. So that's what it's like to be Miss Devon. It's so much fun. I really enjoy it, and you do have a bit of like notoriety. If, oh my god, is that the wrong, I know I don't know if it's too big of a word to use, but like people will come up to you and want to take pictures and they will talk about it, and some people think it's not cool and some people think it's really cool. Some people will judge you for it, some people won't. Like you get all ends of the spectrum really. What's it like to be in a pageant? Again, it's fun. The actual pageant where you go on stage is quite nerve-wracking. I wasn't as nervous as I thought I'd be when I first competed in Miss Great Britain. Wasn't actually as nerve-wracking, it was actually a lot of fun. You come off and you have like this ultimate sort of like hype. You're like so pumped. It's just the adrenaline, isn't it? And it's, yeah, it's really fun and all the girls are really lovely. And lastly, what do you have to do to be Miss Devon? Well, I kind of already answered this. You go to a lot of events, you do a lot of work with charities and work within the community, be a good female role model, all those things. Exactly what I just said. My second most asked question is, how do I deal with online bullying? I know a lot of teenagers have asked this, or maybe a lot of parents who have young children have asked this and they're worried about them going onto social media. The way I deal with the online bullying is just to completely ignore it, because if I'm honest with you, I'm now 24 and I started blogging, doing Instagram when I was like 16, and I was really passionate about it. And oh my god, when I was 16 I was teased relentlessly, I cannot tell you. So in all honesty, because I've been having it for 8 years, it just goes right over my head. I couldn't care less if someone wants to say something mean about me on the internet, because I've almost like grown up with it. Like going from 16 to 24, you really come into your own, you become a real woman, and because I already had it, it's nothing new to me. So the way I dealt with it when I was 16, it was hurtful. Like people would be really mean. People are mean, and they would tease me, they would make fake accounts and like go on and make mean comments. Like I first did a YouTube video when I was like 16, 17, and they made like a parody video, some of the guys in my school, and they were like teasing me online and being super rude. And my friends would tease me, people would be like, you're never gonna get an income out of this, because this is what I wanted, you're never gonna get like past a couple thousand followers, and this is talking about Instagram and everything. And I did, I mean, I proved them wrong. It's really just like showing that if you believe in yourself and if you trust the process and if you always continue to pursue your dreams, then you can reach it no matter what anyone says about you. Next one. This is what I get asked actually a lot, especially in person. How do you get so many free hotel stays, restaurant reviews and clothing? So I do get free, yeah, I do get hotel reviews, I do get restaurant reviews, and I do get clothing, but that's obviously that's part of the job. Like, that's how it works in this industry. Like, they want to give people who have followers something, and it's their form of advertising. That's how I describe it. It's their form of advertising. So they could put their money into a paid ad in a magazine, or in a newspaper, or on TV, or Google Ads, or whatever it is. And one of those forms of advertising is to invite an influencer or give an influencer free things, and they can advertise it to their followers. So it is really just a form of advertising. And don't ever feel like, I'm not here to give loads of strong opinions online, because that's not who I am. Like, you make your own decisions. I don't mind how you feel. But in my opinion, being quite harsh to influencers, saying they just get free stuff and do nothing for it, you will not believe the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes. Like, the amount of work that I've done unpaid versus what I've been given in free stuff, like, this is so much more, 100 times more. And what you see is this little thing over here, but what you don't realise is the amount of work that's gone on behind the scenes. I mean, you have to grow followers for years, which takes hours. I cannot tell you how many hours I've worked at growing that, how many emails you send, how long it takes to take all the video footage or the photos and edit them, and then write the blog post, and then edit the blog post, and then make sure your website looks good, design your website, the back end of the website. I mean, I could list 1,000 things. You're working 24/7 if you want. Don't be fooled by just seeing someone on a video or on Instagram posting a photo of them in an item of free clothing. I did get this for free, but you won't believe the amount of work that goes on behind it. So I do believe that people who just go, oh, I dislike influencers, I think you're not being open-minded enough to actually what goes on behind the scenes. I think I'm never an entitled person. Like, I am so grateful that people want to use me as the influencer or want to use me to help to advertise their product. And I'm always very humbled when they ask me. I take it really seriously. I want to do a really good job for them. And I just think it's such a lovely experience, and it's always something nice. So I'm never that influencer goes in like, I deserve all this free stuff. Because genuinely, I don't believe you deserve anything from life. You work as hard as you possibly can, and when you get given these opportunities, it's not like, yeah, I deserve that, give me more free stuff. I always do genuinely feel really grateful and really happy to work with all these people. So my next most asked question is people who only follow me on YouTube, so people who haven't seen my Instagram or my blog or that kind of thing. So for those who follow me on YouTube, I've done a lot this year. I have run my own social media management business, so help freelance with a lot of different companies who need help with their social media. That has been so much fun. I've worked with some really cool brands. And then I went in and I do that less now. I now work part-time, or more towards 0.8 full-time at 2 different magazines, and I'm a digital manager there, so I do all the digital stuff. That's great. I really enjoy that. I really like my colleagues. I really like, the only thing is, I would say my car keeps breaking down. I wish it was a bit more central so I didn't have to get stranded in the middle of some Devon field somewhere. That is the only downside, the fact that it's kind of out of the way, their offices, but I wouldn't change it. I think it's great. I really enjoy that job. I'm also Miss Devon again, which is great. I've released a clothing line called Busy Being Me. I'll link it down below as well. You can take a look. All proceeds go to charity. 100% of proceeds, 100% of what we take in, 100% of our profits go to charity. They go to Mine and Young Minds to help with people with mental health problems, or just anyone who needs mental health advice. Everything to do with mental health is what we want to push out there and what we want to help with. So that's been a great thing to do, and it feels really, I feel like it's a very genuine thing. It's something that I really wanted to do, and just putting 100% of the profits to charity is sort of just trying to show everyone, this is something that I genuinely want to do, and I'm not here to be like, give me your money. It's to actually be like, I want to release a clothing line and I want to help other people. That's exactly what it is. So that's been great. I've worked with other hotels, different restaurants, different clothing brands, which you can see all on my Instagram. A lot of them are in my story highlights, so make sure to go check out my story highlights. I'll link Instagram down below as well, so you can go and check it out. I'd say it's been a great year. I've travelled a lot. I've even travelled to do some work. So I've travelled to Ireland to give social media presentation, at a conference to help people with social media. Probably average age was like 45, 50. Incredibly intimidating. But they were all like really lovely and receptive. But you know, you're like, oh God, I'm 23. And you do feel a bit nervous. But it went really well. And I think that showed me that, oh my God, I can achieve more than I thought I could. I never thought that I'd be capable of that. So next question is, where are you from? I get this a lot. It's kind of complicated because obviously I'm on Instagram, Geneva, Toulouse and Devon. So to give you the short answer, my dad is from Cornwall and Devon, but he says he's only from Cornwall, but he's from Devon too. He's from Devon as well. And my mum grew up in England, but she has like Spanish Gibraltarian heritage. So when I have my dark features, my brown hair, my dark brown eyes, I kind of have a bit of olive skin. That's the Spanish in me coming through, I think. I'm told. And yeah, so those are where my parents are by blood. So technically by blood I'm Devonian and Cornish and English, maybe like London area, and also a bit Spanish, a bit Gibraltarian, a whole mix of different places in England and Spain. And then when I was younger, my dad got a job in Switzerland, so I pretty much did all my schooling year 2 to year 13 in Switzerland, pretty much the whole time in International School of Geneva with a slight introduction at like local school, and I didn't speak any French, and it was like, go to local school and speak French with people. It just wasn't fun. That wasn't fun at all. But I went to International School of Geneva till I was 18 and then moved over to England and came to Devon because I am from there and that is the area that I'm used to. And I really like Devon. Obviously I've stayed on after university. So there you go, that does show that I like it. So that's kind of where I'm from. And then obviously the Toulouse part is my parents now live between Geneva and Toulouse. Well, I'm not going to say exactly the parts they live in because they don't actually live exactly in Geneva, nor do they live exactly in Toulouse. They live between Toulouse and Bordeaux. They have a house there, and then they live between... Yeah, they also live near Geneva, on the outskirts of Geneva, where I grew up, which is great. So those are the kind of things. So I spend most of my time in Devon, but then I travel between Geneva and Toulouse area, and then have a Spanish heritage. There you go, that is where I'm from. That's really long-winded. That is really long-winded. And if you wanted it in a nutshell, I couldn't give it to you in a nutshell because I don't feel like I come from one specific place. Like, I would probably say, grew up in Geneva, have a bit of English, I don't know. I told you the story. I'm sorry it was long. That's it. I don't need to tell it twice. Now next time, if you know me and you see me, I don't need to tell you. Okay, we're coming to the end of the questions, mainly because I'm coming to the end of my camera memory. So, what are your New Year's resolutions? And I write down my 2020 goals, but I do not reveal my goals to many people. I reveal them to like my boyfriend and my parents or something. But I don't reveal them to many people because in my opinion, you don't want people to know what step you're going to make next, what move you're going to make next. Like, you want to keep it a little bit secret, like, what's she going to do? Oh my God. I used to like that. I don't think you should be out there like, I'm going to achieve this, because you might not. And like, it's better to underplay and over-deliver. Because I don't tell people my 2020 goals. Like, there's just like 15 in there. 2020 goals I'm not going to tell you, but resolutions I will quickly tell you because I also note those down. I feel like I like the energy of like putting them out into the world. Number 1, no time for negative energy. If you're doing something that brings negative energy into your life, then change it. If someone in your life brings nothing but negative energy, then they aren't worth your time. See you later. 2, no time for people who don't make an effort back. Like, don't go messaging people and running across the country to them if they're never going to come and visit you and they're never going to message you back. You know those people where you're just always doing the first message and they do respond, or they don't respond, but they'll never message you. Like, no time for that. Next one, in 2019, lots of people have tried to shape me into the person they want me to be. In 2020, I'm going to be the person I want to be without feeling guilty for not being what other people want. Don't feel guilty for not being friends with every single person on the planet. Sometimes people aren't your cup of tea, and that's okay. That's my New Year's resolutions. I know they all seem a bit like sassy almost, but I always have my normal ones, which is like always be really kind and be really humble and be nice to people and pay attention to people, ask other people questions, like learn every day, always try and be a better person, always try and do good. That's the standard CG life, but this is some extras. This is a question I get asked a lot. What is this Refuel thing you keep posting about on your Instagram? Well, what is it? And what does your boyfriend do is another one, which actually links in with Refuel, because Refuel is what my boyfriend does. So Refuel is something that I post about because I go once a month. It's my boyfriend's car meets business. So he founded it. And it's basically in Devon. It's like a car meet place. So you can bring your cool car and show it to everyone. And like, I don't know much about cars, so I'm not going to get too technical. But you bring your nice cars and you can show them to people, or you can go there to see loads of nice cars. There are such cool cars, like old school cars, like Ferraris, Lamborghini, like this. They're really cool. I don't know much about cars, but even I'm impressed. I think it's awesome. And like hundreds of cars come through and I go and help out once a month. I honestly do really try and like help out the best I can, and really try and like, I'm in engagement, so I'm meant to be like kind of a brand ambassador going out there and just trying to encourage people, come inside, get a drink, and just be genuinely friendly and nice to people, and I enjoy it. I 100% support Dan, my boyfriend, so you know his name in case you didn't. I think he's great. I think he's doing so awesome. He's really gonna be super successful. He already is. He's already super successful. So he's the founder of that business. He's also a director of another business. I haven't had any permission to say what this business is, so I'm just not going to say, but it's just to do with like vehicles again, and he's a director there, and he's always working very hard being the founder of Refuel. Just works incredibly hard. He works, like, he says he works 6 days a week. He works 6 days a week from 7 AM till midnight. Like, he's just crazy, but it'll be great once he's a millionaire and I can get a Lamborghini. No, he's going to be really, he already is very successful, obviously being a founder of one business and a director of another, but it can only go uphill from here. Like, I know he's just going to keep bossing it. Right, so I have like 4 minutes of footage left on my memory card. So I'm going to do my final question. Well, this isn't really a question, this is just like a tell the story of all my cooking disasters. So I've had a lot of cooking disasters, and sometimes I put them on Instagram, and a lot of my friends have messaged me like, put the cooking disasters in your YouTube video. So okay, it's basically it's asking whether I'm a bad chef. And honestly, I'm not a bad chef. I love cooking. I'm just very clumsy. So I will give you a dish and you'll be like, wow. But the process, there's many failures. Like, I burn my face, like I buy the wrong thing, I put salt instead of sugar, like, yeah, probably I'm not the best chef then. No. So one of the stories is that I didn't know how to use a slow cooker. So you can tell me if this is terrible or if you've done this. So you know how you have the dish and you put it inside the slow cooker, the like big thing that you turn on. I know all the technical terms, don't I? And I just didn't even realise, like, so it was my first time ever using a slow cooker, and I didn't realise you put the dish into something. So I just had this dish, like it just looks like a dish, hence the fact it's a dish. And I put all my stew in there and all my meat, and I was like, where do I put this? Was not thinking at all about the metal thing you put it in and turn it on and plug it into the wall. I was like, oh, I guess just put it on. I guess just put it on the hob. So I turned on the hob to like extra hot, put this dish on there, and just thought, oh great, I'm using a slow cooker so well. And I tried to cook my stew in there, and then I was like, it's weird, it's bubbling like crazy, we're meant to keep this on here for 5 hours, I mean, what's happening? So I was like, oh okay, I'll move it, and like, I don't know what I was thinking, I'll go to the sink and I'm gonna try and empty some of it out. So I pick it up and poof, all of the bottom just falls right through and falls all on my feet and like burns my feet, and it's just like stew all over the floor, and it's like a mess. Like, it literally looks like a bomb went off, like a very stew-esque bomb. I thought I'd done nothing wrong. I was telling everyone the story. I hadn't really clarified that I'd used a slow cooker wrong until I went to one of my colleagues and I was clarifying how I'd used it, and he was like, that's not what you do. And after that it all went wrong. I realised that I had made the mistake. I hadn't put the dish inside the thing. So yeah, so that was definitely my fault. I think it would have been a great stew if it hadn't gone all over my feet and all over the floor and I hadn't broken the slow cooker. But I mean, that's just what happened. So that's like a cooking disaster. Like, it would have tasted good if you'd had the opportunity to eat it, if I hadn't put the slow cooker dish on the hob and broken the whole thing. And then I couldn't feel sorry for myself because I was like, I'm the idiot who did it wrong. So that's one of my like cooking disasters. And then the next day I like bumped my lip on some lasagna, and I just have a lot of cooking disasters. Maybe I'll make a series. Who knows? Let me know down below if you want a cooking disaster series. as I am coming to the end of my memory, that is actually my last question anyway. Those are my most asked questions. I really hope that you enjoyed hearing the answers to all those most asked questions. If you have more questions, leave them down below, please. I'm going to start making more videos. Hopefully next one I'm going to do a fashion video, what I wear in a week. But I'm still going to come back with lots of Q&As, so make sure to leave those questions down below. I've left all my links down below for you to check out, so make sure to click on those. And I'm finally back now, so I can happily say I will see you in my next video. Bye!